like high school all-female cast, they usually give them really overly high-pitched voices, and it just gets so annoying. There's nothing different. It's just 20 minutes of
and it has the same plot every single time.
And then the next episode,
The better part.
I'm sorry that I did something wrong. It's okay, it's okay.
I like this game. It's just somebody murdered somebody. Find out who did it.
Yeah, this game is like
pretty nice.
Mew screaming at everyone, and then someone saying, "Hey Mew, stop talking," and then she starts like blushing.
Oh yeah, we get to. It's
dang.
If
Is the cast this small already?
It would appear we
and
have gathered, but it seems there are less and less.
Oh god, Angie.
It's painfully obvious that it's Porquillo, so if it is, I'm disappointed because they.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta. Where'd his head wound go? Yeah, Gonta do his best to help. I want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Okay.
Exactly what you
more importantly, are you okay, Kaito?
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. But wow, Maki Roll sure does pack a punch.
It's your fault.
You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dip craps have died so far.
Oh my god.
I know it's taller, but to use your brains this time, so I don't have to use mine.
Booyah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
Sister, every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Rest in peace.
Atua, please.
She's still on about it too.
Power.
Please shoot yourself, Sumigi. Nobody cares. It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all.
Or she's like the prophet, and she'll come back from the dead on Easter. She sure never relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also.
Yeah, I like that. So what, man? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
How long are you gonna say that for? Achua and Ghost don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the trial of this time is gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Hey, so.
Suichi, say something.
Huh?
Crap, hold on. What should I say? I'm just trying to pull up
Monokuma statue.
Oh yes.
Bramble.
What should I say?
Shuichi, say something. Monokuma statue.
Everyone claps.
Heck yeah, I like how he does that every time.
Water physics are just so...
So
Like, they just go through the frickin'...
yes.
It looks like when you poorly, chroma key a thing.
Like, how do you draw water, so...
Ask the artists, because I'm
That's
not.
definitely not good looking, so...
I mean, it's animated water, not drawn, so it's gonna be gargle.
Well, you can make good animated water.
Why didn't they
That's
just
the thing.
download Optifine and then get
Water
some
not big
shaders? Get some shaders for Danganronpa.
Yes. The water looks like melted silver.
We're gonna have no pep talk from Kaito this time?
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
No, no, we aren't.
Oh
Uh-oh.
boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now.
Don't say they look depressed, you'll make Monodam sad. As much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth, let's hurry up and get this started. At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy to your heart's content.
What a good song. You good peace song there?
They're both women, therefore the killer must be a man.
I mean, that basically is true. Because 2 girls died, so it has to be a guy. So it can't be Himiko. Right?
Maybe
Has
it
to
would
be
be
robot.
Himiko. Maybe it's the ultimate twist and Himiko actually did kill her.
You know, maybe Himiko. Because, you know.
Oh no, Kaeden.
Because she realized
God,
Himiko killed
I can't
Audrey.
believe I didn't notice, like, her execution lasts for 8 hours.
Whose?
Yeah, it's kind of.
Kaede's. It's like a canonical
Oh,
thing.
Like,
yeah.
inhumane, man. But then again,
8 hours, and the people just sat there the entire time?
I mean, they couldn't do anything.
oh gosh,
Check out my skills.
extraordinary focus.
She didn't deserve. She gave Rantaro a quick death.
She did. Definitely. It was
And
a
they-
ball to the head.
During the trial, you'll
They were
present your
stuck in a very bad situation. She basically had to kill
everyone
someone.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
'Cause they were all gonna die if they didn't kill
Smiles,
anyone.
everyone! It's showtime!
She sacrificed her
Let's get
life
this
for the class,
crazy
and she
awesome
suffered
trial
for it.
under-
So
That's
Sorry,
why she's
everyone.
my second favorite
I don't think
character.
I'm gonna be
still.
much
I do kind of like
She's in
her.
my
Monokuma's
dead tier. For obvious reasons.
Disruptions.
Well, yeah,
Give
but
you a
does
thorough
dead
investigation.
necessarily mean
I
bad?
can tell Monica
Until one of my
is
characters
overcompensating
die,
to hide his
then
self-consciousness.
Next time, spend
I
less
feel like
time fixing your
Kokichi's has
hair
been
and
slightly more
time
serious this
investigating,
chapter.
Spaceman!
Unless I'm forgetting
Shut
something,
up!
which I
I don't need to
probably
hear
am.
some comedy act from you 2 weirdos.
Who did it? Who
Oh,
killed
who done
Angie
it?
and Tenko?
Do
It's-
not let your
there's-
emotions hasten your judgment. There may be
There
2
may be
killers.
2
Oh, poor
killers.
Himiko, both her friends died. That really
Our
sucks.
other
That
couple
does suck.
might not be one of us here.
What do you mean?
The transfer student. Maybe
Yeah,
a
no, that's total
resurrected
bullcrap.
transfer student
I'm not believing in
dragged
that.
Angie and Tenko
Why don't they
to the
just
grave.
straight up ask
Stop
Monokuma
it! Stop making
if
stuff up!
a transfer
Say
student
something,
is there?
Shuichi.
No, we have
Maybe
evidence
that's
that proves
the
of the
going on.
existence of the transfer student.
What? So he's alive? No? What?
Maybe it's like a robot version of someone.
With
Just
all their
design-
memories
Just
and their
designed to kill
personality?
This
someone.
crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
I love her.
So, ritual did work? That's wrong!
I don't
That's
think
wrong.
Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
Huh.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book
Like
was still
during when
intact.
she's setting it up.
That's what I just said.
Going to think
Oh, you did?
So it's someone who
not
res-
cool.
Oh no, I was talking to
So
Keyboard.
logically, it'd be someone who respects rituals
Well,
because they didn't let her finish, or maybe it's just someone who's trigger happy like Kaito.
Hold on a
Like,
second.
okay, she's about to finish that
I can't
ritual.
let that
Heck no.
comment stand. Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life, but it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong.
Man, I can't believe you should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was...
Why does she
There's
have
no
her
way it's
hands like
possible.
that?
There's no way that
Why?
can happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the
You like
Black
Anji's
is.
portrait?
Why is it like that? She's the artist.
If our transfer student is
She's making like the colon
then
3
blame falls
face
to one of us.
Who? Who did it?
with blood
Step
smeared
aside,
all
half
over.
pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
So we know it's not Kyo.
Why?
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
So obvious that it's her and that it's him that I don't think it's him. Like, I think they're trying to frame him. Because too many things point to him.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
That doesn't even make sense.
Wait.
Because anyone could, he didn't even lock his lab.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not.
Yeah, he would never use it for something like that.
Oh, that's a lie. That is a lie. Yo, gosh.
You went to the classroom, broke in.
Wow.
Oh, what?
Probably some movies.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie.
I think he cared about the katana too much to kill someone.
But he did, though. He said it before he had.
No?
What? That he cared about the katana?
No,
Didn't he,
I don't
like-
think caring about the... I think the problem is that he didn't break in.
Did you already try the front door?
Yeah, I thought,
I
I
just
thought he
tried
didn't
It was
break in.
found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in,
Let's see, is there any other points?
and murdered the fuck out of Angie.
No, that's the last one.
I'm a fucking genius!
I think the text animations, they're pretty good.
The culprit used a katana to
Okay, what do they have to say about the katana? Maybe
kill
anyone...
Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically
think the-
suspicious.
But anyone
Thing is
could
what
have
we're
taken
thinking
that
about
katana,
now.
you see.
It's gotta be
So that
Samugi's
rusty
account or
katana
the
was
back
the
door.
murder weapon. You were the
Did
only
you already
one
use
who
the back
cared
door?
about that thing, Kyo.
No, I use the front door.
I did not
I'll
care.
try Samugi's account. Cause like, then she says,
In,
that was it?
That was pretty hard.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
What was
I
Samugi's
played the
account?
game.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her
So there has to be someone inside there.
She said she
Well, is there a
wasn't
vent?
going to open up for anyone but student council members.
He vented.
Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Lights were off.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
So how'd you see him
I
vent?
had no
His
desire
lights
to
were.
kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
Tenko,
I was
it's
doing
honestly-
a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe
Yeah,
you
it's
actually
so
got it.
Tenko.
Oh,
think.
how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
It's not Himiko.
Dude,
Can't
Why?
it's gonna be
She
Himiko.
was besties with Angie.
It's
I
probably.
trust their friendship.
I'm thinking it's Tenko
You guys
still.
do
Tenko
too.
had a motive.
She was standing right outside the door whenever the body
Trust
was
their
in
friendship
there,
so
right?
readily.
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims
She
our
definitely
list of
opened the door for
suspects down to
Himiko.
three. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
That doesn't make any
The
sense.
culprit is one of those three people.
You
It's
mean
not
one of those
Gonta.
two people.
Gonta's not
'Cause a
smart
robot
enough.
ain't people, Jack.
I will let that
Um,
remark slide.
it's
Anyway,
not
aren't
Kibo
these
because
accusations
Kibo.
just
I
a
don't like
tad too
Kibo.
hasty?
Actually,
Whatevs.
I don't even know.
Culprit should
It might be
confess already.
Kibo.
Gonta,
But Kibo doesn't have
or
any
Tsumugi?
motives, you know.
Well,
Himiko might, maybe.
Not
Like, I can see
Gonta
Himiko.
would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone.
Torture might be a bit too far.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
I'm
Gonta,
not
culprit.
the culprit.
Well, I definitely don't believe Gonta. I think he's too stupid to pull off a lie.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my thought process. If he kills someone, it's gonna be a simple kill that's not anything too
Well, he's not
complicated.
gonna kill him. I don't even.
Surely there must be a suspect in the
No, he's gonna do it for like the betterment of everyone. I feel like he's
Totally
gonna something like
impossible.
that's gonna happen. Just he's gonna be like what Kai did. So I mean,
Only student council members had access.
I heard it!
so
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't.
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have.
you could have.
Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
It can't be Kokichi.
Oh, that happened.
It's not Korkio.
I totally
I mean, it's not
forgot.
Kokichi because isn't that the only person Charles has left?
Quit
No.
glaring at me like that.
I think he has
Yeah.
two.
He only has
Oh
Maki.
yeah, Maki.
Yeah.
Oh
think
gosh.
Kokichi
Then never
has-
mind.
I
It
killed
might
Angie.
be Kokichi.
Kokichi has too many fans.
What?
Wait, what? What did you
Then it
just
might
say?
be because I was gonna say
Wait,
that
shh.
because
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The
that was a
culprit me
lie.
all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Literally everything he
So
says.
Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
It's not him. Never
Then
mind.
let me ask you, culprit. How
Okay.
did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
Use your big boy
There were
voice.
2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was. That's it!
I don't remember. Yeah.
The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock.
Yeah, because
yes?
the gold stuff.
How
on
was it
yeah.
locked from the outside?
Like a
The
string or
culprit
something?
used
I
a
don't know.
certain tool.
Rope. It's
Bro.
any kind of rope.
Bro. How do you fit rope through a door?
I'm saying like a string. Like a tiny string,
I
could
don't think
just
you can lock a
pull
door
it.
with a string.
but you could pull it.
Okay.
Secret.
Aha.
Hey my god. Is this like
Or-
texture?
A fire
Okay,
axe?
I didn't even think it was a sword. Or is that
Oh,
not-
damn.
There's multiple options.
It's the sheath and then the sword itself. I mean, it had to have been the sword, right? There's no way a sheath would fit through the door. But
Yeah,
then,
logic.
how would you even
are there-
move it?
Yeah, there's the scythe.
Yeah. How would you move a sliding door with a sword?
Oh, wait, what? Oh, I thought it'd be the scythe. They were running like
Well, no, we're talking about the art lab.
Yeah, sliding door. Whatever.
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Huh? Are you talking? Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Is it from a different game or something?
I don't know. Sliding lock when the katana touched it.
It's probably.
So
Never mind. I'm not even gonna open my mouth.
To move the. But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab.
The clue that.
And then how the sword end back up in Kaede
itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigy's hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
So she could handle them in case they tried to attack her, maybe?
What about as just a distraction? To keep their eyes off of a different part of the room.
That would also make sense.
I think they mentioned
that was one of the accounts, right?
Oh.
Oh, it's Kaede gift.
208 spawners.
Me on my way to school.
Me on my way to your mom's house.
Me when I find out the headquarters of free Wi-Fi. Me driving to McDonald's for the free Wi-Fi.
Me on my way to Wendy's after I see the new spicy nuggets commercial.
It's true.
This is exactly what goes through my head in every argument, and this is why I never win any argument.
What? I'm back. What are we doing? Oh, we'll turn the handle suddenly.
The hilt.
It obviously. Dude, it obviously. Because it got gold leaf on it. I mean, it's not even that hard.
Doing a debate on drugs. Alright, we can all admit that the presidential debate should have gone down like this, right?
Oh yeah, just racing between Joe and Donald.
It just zooms into Biden's
Their
mind.
brain.
Or if this was like a game show.
It's like, what was Trump's immigration policy last year?
The Cargan.
It did like all the sparkles and everything.
Yeah, and then women's too.
Who was done to... What was done to make the katana turn the lock?
Man, so you're a detective.
Dude, I know. All I needed was 2 letters to be missing to get it.
Yeah.
Get in the car.
You hit them, and they join you sitting in your car.
This is Watch Dogs 3 gameplay.
Yeah, that's how you think of chicks, Ethan. Just, you gotta go hit them with your car.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is how Shuichi picks up chicks. Okay, so, Gi Ato Manif. Sefki Ado Matanaf talk.
Wow. But something.
How was the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the law? It's unfair how it uses 1 square space for 2 letters.
2 letters, yeah.
Making time.
It's my favorite time.
Yeah.
Swinging it back and forth, spinning it, or making it fall.
Definitely not making it fall. Probably.
That makes sense. You wanna win and connect 4? It connects!
The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy.
Me when somebody asked me what the motion control system for the Xbox 360 is.
Spun? That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist.
Shouldn't they be getting hit by the sword?
Well, no, they're like
spinning it
slowly
like that.
spinning it
Let
up.
it go, the rope would unwind, and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place? The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave. This would cause
See,
the
that's
spinning
a-
katana
okay.
to hit the sliding lock.
So I don't
Thus
think it's
was the back door
Himiko
of an
then, because
empty
I don't think she has the
closet
physical
locked
strength
from the
to be able
inside.
to like put those effigies up like that. And she's not
Yeah.
even tall enough.
She's not tall, definitely. Unless there's like
Yeah,
a ladder
right.
inside.
By using the effigy with a katana.
And if there wasn't, she would have been seen carrying one. So it should.
To intercept us.
Oh my gosh. Why does everything point to Corquito, man?
A little push could move it.
Alright,
As
so-
long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit
You
failed
think it could be
to use couple-
Kaito?
It could still be Kokichi, right?
Which is why the
Or I
culprit
guess
chose to
not.
strike at nighttime as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung
That
up
makes
so we think it was
sense.
some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed.
Hmm.
I don't want to completely ignore that possibility, but I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously?
Lie.
You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
It's a lie!
Man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the
He's the
truth
Joker
this time,
class.
I want to
Yeah.
say I'm lying, but I'm not.
I want to hear
Why did you
Kokichi
say
say
you were the
crazy
culprit?
hamburger.
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claim to be the culprit, then the real
Well, that should be an
culprit would agree
execution.
as well.
It's like the crazy
You get me?
hamburger, but the hamburger explodes.
And if they
That'd be
pressured me to
cool.
confess, then that would have
What's
looked
up,
mighty
Will?
suspicious.
Are you guys actually voice acting?
Darn it.
Yeah.
It
Not
didn't
right
go
now
my way
because these
because
scenes are
Kokichi butted
pre-voice
into my
acted,
plan.
but most of the time
Yeah.
we This is just a
You
class
and your fucking
trial.
lies.
What's my
Go sit
character?
in the corner and play
Mm-hmm.
with yourself.
Okay, I'll start right now.
So, who's
That is
the
my
asshole
character.
who set up this locked room mystery?
Dude, I
You.
feel so...
I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Wait, I'm gonna
Who
send
made
this
the
in
locked
the
room mystery doesn't
in,
matter since anyone could have done
epic
it.
memes.
Don't you even
and it's
understand
kind of
something as
epic.
basic as that, you filthy
Oh my
dumpster?
gosh.
But it is a video.
What?
Finally called me a cup dumpster!
What
What?
should we talk about now?
Must focus not
You
on
can
the
go
locked
into-
room, but on who
Oh wait,
entered Kokichi's lab.
Zach, is the reading
Only
due
one of the
tonight or
student
due
council
Monday?
members or
What
Kokichi
reading?
could have gained entry.
Oh no,
Do
he
not.
said you can do it on the weekends.
Oh, no, no.
Oh no,
Therefore,
the
the
reading?
culprit must
You mean
be
like the
among
reading
them.
assignment he gave us?
That leaves us with
Like
four
assigned us?
suspects.
Yeah, that's due tonight.
Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
At least I
Don't forget
think.
Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
I thought you meant the
That
reading
contradicts
that.
what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine.
In my
It's just a
recording
waste of
file.
time.
Like I thought you meant the textbook reading. I just stopped. I did,
So,
but
calling
then I
all
just got
suspects,
tired of
What
it.
should we discuss next?
Like right
I want to hear
during the
everyone's
scientific
opinion.
revolution.
What would you say to get yourself off the suspect
Sign-
list?
Why are you
Yeah.
trying to lead the debate?
I just
You're a suspect
was
too.
done.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
But of course
We might
Kyo
catch 'em with
becomes
their
the main
pants
character
down.
and Shuichi actually
Anyway,
kills him.
I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a...
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The two victims could have been killed by two separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We gotta figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless! Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her?
Oh gosh.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
What?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko.
She's a
after
student
she's
already.
dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. And now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her.
I mean, I think Okichi has the right
Yeah,
thought
seriously.
process here.
It's way too late to
Yeah.
realize that now.
They don't really
Only
have
option
time to be
is to face her
wasting
death
discussing
head
this
on.
kind of stuff.
They don't.
Face
I hope
it.
Kaito forms
And
a pool around himself.
And I mean, I know it's hard for her, but
So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the... I'm not gonna let
my
anyone
God.
say her death didn't matter.
Kaito! Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is... Death Curse!
What?
Listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something
What?
so messed up.
Tenko was our friend. Going to
wait,
wanna know why
but if
she
one of
died
them
too.
survives, all of them survive, right? Unless
Yeah.
the person who survives is the killer.
Unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different
They're probably the
culprit,
same person
we need to
who
know
killed
how
him.
Tenko died.
Probably.
If we don't find out who
Listening
killed
to
him, we won't be
J-Rock
able to work
while
together.
watching
Now, not ever. This
Danganronpa
trial isn't for her.
Flash Trial,
In order
man.
for us to survive, we
I'm
need to get to the
immersed
bottom
in
of
Japanese
Tenko's death.
culture right now.
Not just to
I
survive.
don't
This-
think
this
this
is
is a
like your average
Japanese
Japanese
culture.
school.
And live on.
It's shut up. Basically is.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
I don't really think
Yeah.
Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't
Rich.
listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe it's not installed properly.
Shuichi's been very
What do
quiet,
we
so
talk
that means
about
he's
first?
thinking about
For
something.
now, let's see if we can narrow down
That
the
means he
list
probably
of
knows who it
suspects.
is.
Tencrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
I don't know. I feel like he.
Tenkrotch.
What?
Us? Yeah.
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 I didn't even read it.
Got it.
Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits.
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really...
It's really Corkio.
He suggested the whole seance idea.
Yeah.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained
He's
the
not
procedure
tall.
before.
Probably didn't fit in the crawl
Yeah, he
space.
is pretty tall.
If we all
I
know of
just
it
lay
before
down,
the murder,
but
then we
still.
are all equally
We went over
suspicious.
step 2. Cover yourself in oil.
Well, I suppose, but...
Gosh.
In addition,
I wonder if
the
someone's
sequence
gonna die
wasn't
by getting
entirely
doused
in
in
my
oil
control
and then
either.
set alight.
I was not the
Or they
one who
just drown in
selected the
oil.
room we performed it in.
Yeah, just drown in oil. Oh god, that would not be good.
Actually, the first execution for Danganronpa 2, somebody got covered in oil.
Oh yes.
Right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated
Yeah.
in the seance.
There's a-
I'm gonna turn up your volume, Will. Okay, never mind. I cannot turn up your volume any further. Yeah.
Hey, Glenn. Oh no, not yet.
There! You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected
vent.
to the neighboring room.
Is it
Yeah.
on Steam?
If the culprit used the hole,
Is it on Steam? Get your info.
No.
If we consider that
Oh,
possibility,
then,
then there is another suspect.
Another
I don't know.
suspect? Who?
You, Samigi.
It's appearing before
I don't know.
me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true
Oh.
identity of Tenko's killer.
He always looks like a cult leader when he does that.
'Twas me.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
That is actually a possibility.
How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain.
Are you talking about Genshin Impact?
Light? You mean candle?
It did that like twice,
I mean, keep
three
his flashlight
times, but then it didn't do it again.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have
That
used
sounds
that
alright.
word.
That should happen.
It didn't happen for me. Maybe it's just only. But maybe I checked the box where I said don't
Yeah,
ask
that's
me
what I was
again
thinking.
for this app.
Mew,
I might have
you
checked
gave
the box
Kibo
don't
his
ask me again for this
flashlight
app.
function, correct?
I think you can do that too.
Did you not notice?
I didn't notice what?
That's normal. It does do that for other apps too.
The drawback of the flashlight function that you added. It's so bright, even Kibo can't see when it's turned on.
I see. That bright, huh? Wait, what? There's no way a genius like me would make that kind of rookie mistake!
But you make mistakes a lot. A whole lot.
Hola.
Hey!
You are a
You're
mistake.
gonna fuck me in front of everyone? At least buy me dinner first!
If he can't
Oh, yeah.
see, it doesn't matter how bright the area is. He couldn't move like that. So Kibo couldn't have been underneath the floor.
Well, it could be Kokichi, and since he couldn't see, he hit his head on something down there. But there wasn't blood down there, right? Oh wait, no, there was, but it was dripping from the ceiling.
Yeah, from like where Tenko died.
Yeah.
Well, Kokichi did go in there afterwards, right? After Maki and
remember.
Tsuji left.
Really, I'm sorry.
Dude, these people just need to be with each other so they have alibis.
Turn it off! We're gonna go blind!
Have they never played Among Us before?
What does that even mean?
Like, after so many people are dying, you'd think they'd just learn to stick together so no one would die.
Let me put on some makeup!
Everyone just goes their
I
own
wanna
way.
at least look pretty before you decide to fuck me!
Why does he say that so much?
That's
Shuichi, I'm so sorry.
That is seriously
What?
bright.
What did it?
Wouldn't the light have shined through the gaps of the floorboard if it had been this bright?
The hole!
The culprit couldn't have used a light under the floor. Not even Kibo.
Oh,
They couldn't have.
We were there after all. We would know. There was a hole near the corner of the room we were in. Remember? If someone had a light under the floor, it would have leaked through.
If Kibo has a night vision function that he's never
Pretty sure
told
the
us.
room was pitch black.
That's right. We didn't see.
Maybe
So the culprit couldn't have used a
Yunka
light.
used her
And just
seeing
because I
magic.
have a built-in flashlight function does not mean I am the culprit. You see, that was a flaw in my theory.
Wait, that was his only
Sure,
evidence?
I
He was
thought
so
this
sure
would
of
be the
himself.
case where the murder could only be
He
done by a
was.
robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My
I think there
status as
is,
a robot does not
because-
mean I am capable of performing
Mew's still
superhuman
making the
feats.
weird
My
face.
vision is somewhat poor,
Yeah.
and I only possess
Yeah.
average physical strength and intelligence.
All right.
They're just
you
having a
made your
normal
point.
conversation. She's just over there doing
Now
that.
I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the
An assassin could probably do it.
I think anyone could do it if they had enough understanding of the room. I think if you had enough understanding of it, like if you had gone in there quite a few times,
Ooh, nice observation.
done the exact same path, memorized it out, like gotten it ingrained in your memory.
You're better off not being used
Oh,
to this kind of
isn't it like not necessarily?
This is a reference to the first game.
I didn't really
Or not,
see
the second game.
what was in Maki's room, but she could have night vision goggles in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Like, I can go downstairs
It could have been like
with no lights on perfectly. I can.
Wasn't there like a open thing in the corner of the room? Maybe the person walked over to the cage, slit her throat, and then disposed of the scythe in the corner of the room.
Instead of butting our heads
Maybe.
against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When she started screaming.
Tenko was
She
in the metal cage
screamed.
for the whole seance.
Yeah, that scream.
How could
Died
someone have
instantly.
gotten to her there?
Yeah.
Maybe the culprit killed her.
She did
before
scream
got
though.
to her.
I mean,
That's not possible.
Didn't.
remember,
She was
or
alive
was
at
it?
that point.
Did she or no? Did something fall on her?
Something fell and
Something fell.
I think it was
Yeah.
the scythe going through the floorboard.
Maybe. But didn't she have it on the wound on the back of her neck?
Unmistakably alive when the seance began.
I thought it was in the
That
front
was
of her
right
neck.
before we blew out the
It was on the
candles.
back,
But when the
Was on the
light
back?
came back,
right? Wasn't it, Charles?
The floorboard
It was on the back of her neck. Wasn't the cut on the back of her neck?
Yes.
Already dead then.
Yes. So it would have to have been a scythe if it
She
came
was
under the
killed when the
floorboard.
room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right?
Well, there's blood on the
Don't
site,
think it
right?
impossible to kill
Yeah.
her.
Then she was
So it had to
killed
be
when
the
the
weapon.
room was dark.
That
It
was
a
definitely the
different
weapon.
time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
You know, this would be so much easier if they just had a forensic science team there. The ultimate forensic scientist. You just take the fingerprints from the site.
Hurry up and think.
But that takes a while. Process.
Start circle jerking your lymph.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, actually, it wouldn't because there's only a few of them, so you could just find matching fingerprints. It takes technology.
When Tenko
So
got
she
killed,
gapped in with and use help.
Plot twist.
during the seance.
The blood on Kokichi wasn't him hitting his head, it was blood dripping down from the ceiling after he
She
killed
was under
her.
the cage the whole time.
That makes sense.
She was dead when the cage was lit.
Because why would it include that random thing at the end? And now he's just fine.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
No.
Oh my!
So who lifted
Why
the
did she
cage?
do this?
She
It was
like,
me.
I know exactly.
No.
But wow.
then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
Cringe.
There's no down.
Oh my gosh.
no, she's just normal. Okay.
Yeah.
Tenko got
Oh
killed.
man.
It wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And She
No.
was dead when the cage was lifted.
I bet you.
Bet us
What
what?
about moment Cage was lifted? That's wrong!
I'll cut through your words!
No.
That's
It's
wrong.
impossible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed in, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
Right.
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
She's honestly, she's now an upper A tier character.
During the seance.
Oh my god. She's so unlikable.
Right now.
She's unlikable, but that's what makes her likable.
Oh my god.
That makes sense.
Oh, it's your favorite line, Joey.
Wait.
I'll cut through your words.
I gotta rehearse this.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gap, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red.
You mean pink?
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps.
Are you not supposed to get the orange?
The person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo! The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps.
Oh wait, yeah, she wasn't sitting in there.
The person who lifted the sheet is
Kyo. Everything points to Kyo. And it's kind of sad.
It'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
Because they're just a legend. They're framing him so well.
I'll cut through your words.
You missed it, Joey.
No,
I'm disappointed.
I was
You did this wrong.
listening.
Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage.
I'll cut through your words.
She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone, and the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no worries.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed
She
during
makes
the
me
seance
cringe,
since
but she also makes me laugh.
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during
Masochists
the seance
creep me
or
out
from
a
below
little.
the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
I didn't realize I was that
for a
creepy,
living
man.
person.
It's like light core
What if
masochism
Angie's spirit killed
because it's
Tenko?
words,
What are you talking
not
about?
actual
That's
things.
not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw.
All of Japan would hate him though for saying that, wouldn't they?
Angie's
gosh.
spirit killed Tenko? But why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a
Monkey,
spirit could have done
wait. I know.
No.
What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
That's
They were in there.
she didn't
They
kill
could've
herself.
stabbed Tenko during the seance.
That would have been
No.
that would be
If there
stupid.
was someone else in the cage, we would have
I
noticed.
agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
A suicide.
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
It's for you. At least that's what I think.
Inside the cage.
Wait, we're already in the accusing stage? Wait, what? Wait, don't, wait,
Kill
what?
Maki
herself.
said, so Kaito was saying there was somebody in the cage with her. Then Maki was like, yes, the person who killed her could have killed her.
It would have been suicide, but what?
How?
Wait, maybe
she
was guilty for killing
How
Andrew.
did she drop the blade
believe
and
Maki is
get
referring
it?
to Tenko herself.
Oh wait, no. Isn't the whole? How did she get the scythe to not be directly under the cage? Did she like
Committed suicide.
kill herself and then chuck it?
Suicide?
That doesn't make
Committed
sense.
suicide. It would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the
She
sickle
couldn't
she
forgive
was stabbed
herself.
with was under the floor,
She
right?
killed
If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the
What's her
sickle
face?
still be
Angie.
inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
She said smart stuff before.
Was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
So why did you try to trick everyone?
Doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
There
It's
is
so
though.
obvious that
Maybe
she
I
committed
wasn't too far
suicide.
off
She
with
just
the
left
theory
the
I had
blade there.
earlier.
Why was she
You
trying to
know,
throw blame
about
off
Tenko
of her
killing Angie?
for killing her?
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Yeah, he's Kokichi's saying big brain
Tenko's
things.
pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore. So she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it
To
during
put the blame on
seance?
someone else.
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us
I like that
all
smile
down.
that he has, the creepy
She
smile.
wanted us to die with her. Okay,
So wait till you see,
she
like, some of
probably
his
just
later
wanted Himiko
smiles.
to die with her,
Oh
but
yeah.
still.
What are
He's
you
had
saying?
one like
Tenko.
one that's
Maybe
better.
Tenko knew that Himiko killed Angie, so
She told me.
Yeah.
well, it's probably not Himiko.
It's probably not. I'm fairly
What if all
sure
of that was just
Himiko just yeah no.
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of
You're a
situation?
psychopath. Doesn't make you much
Such
better,
a naive
Kokichi.
dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so. All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is
Lie.
there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
Wait, so what's we trying to commit was DNA law?
What?
What's Suichi trying to say? That Tenko didn't want to die?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Tenko
that's
would kill
Her
herself.
plan was
Okay,
to take
yeah.
us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tango's not that kind of person! But if Tango
Himiko's
did
voice is
kill herself,
cancer now. What
it would
happened?
explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly
I like
broke the
Ethan's
sickle.
voice more.
I like
And then
Ethan's better
stabbed
voice. The
herself
voice
with
better
it.
too.
Finally, with the last of her...
Hey Ethan, I just realized something. Whenever they talk with the subtitles that come up and like move around depending on what they're talking about, it's like what Mr. Sanders tells us in class about how the Romans arranged the
Tenko couldn't
letter.
have thrown the
Oh,
sickle
yeah,
before,
you're right.
because she died instantly.
Maybe this is how Cornelius Nepals is born or something.
At the end of his last poem, he just writes, "All credit goes to Danganronpa, killing
This is
Armin."
the ancient Roman text of Danganronpa.
What's your opinion, Maki?
You just like go to the back and there's like
Specializes in
a
murder.
drawn picture of Shuichi's face.
I should make this known.
You're right.
If you replace the
Completely
M
forgot
and
about that
K
important
in
detail.
Maki's name with
Tenko died
N and
instantly.
Z, you get Nazi.
What?
What are
You're
you
right.
talking about?
As an assassin, I
I'm letting it known. I'm letting it be known.
doubt that Tenko was
Yes.
Words of a
A
true
future
killer.
reference.
Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tanko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No, there must have been a way. We're gonna figure...
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak
Peculiar.
up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
No.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
I agree.
Agree with that.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
Ah.
I was all tricked out. Ah.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. It could have fallen down.
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell.
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboard.
Bloody Kokichi hit the ground.
That's like British. It's like if the voice actors are British, they're just yelling at Kokichi. Bloody Kokichi.
I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that
Oi,
sound.
Kokichi, stop telling those lies. Oh, but Shuichi, they're just wee fibs.
Seance, right?
Could the floorboard have made such a loud sound though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Keep looking at the picture of Mr. Sanders, the Joker, face filter.
It's just a good picture.
It's always funny. Just put a caption under it that says I'm stuff and send it to him.
I'm fairly sure he wouldn't understand.
Send him an email with that and then just say, if you don't understand this, you're not a man of culture.
There must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hid under floor, then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
I agree.
You agree with Kokichi? Wow.
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
But floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
Everyone in this game is like a great liar. Like, they can just act so well.
Their very lives depend on it.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, I can see it. Holy crap. It's already 9:40.
Wait, so they stomped
But it is
her on the
Friday.
floorboard and it smashed her or something through the face? Or no, she had a stab wound, right? Did she have a stab wound? They stomped on the floorboard really hard. Would they have been able to kill her instantly?
Yes. Seesaw.
Seesaw.
Seesaw attack. Oh.
E. Have you tried W? F? E? Yeah.
Seesaw effect.
Yeah.
Oh,
What does that even mean?
2 F's, right?
Yeah. Nobody thought it was an F.
Hey, Seesaw.
Seesaw.
Hangman's Gambit will always be the worst thing in Rampa minigame.
Used as a seesaw.
The one we just did?
Yeah.
The cross piece.
It's even worse in freaking Danganronpa 2.
The other 2 cross pieces holding up that board were close to the cage, meaning if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no cross piece, the next cross piece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Have to be someone who understands the circle. And I mean,
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw.
So she smacked her head off the top and died
Lifting
instantly.
Tenko's body.
They couldn't have
No,
killed
but
Tenko like that.
how was the blood on the
Unless they used
side?
sickle.
That's exactly
Maybe
it.
the
Sickle.
Using the seesaw trick.
Oh, so maybe
it
so
was
she can be closer to
possible
the
kill
cage. That makes
Tenko
sense.
with a sickle.
Huh?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
So they lift her up.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then-
yeah. And they use, okay.
That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue.
Hey, and who
kept
put the
blade.
fabric on?
It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble, but the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw,
It forces
Tenko's body
them.
would have shot upward
Yeah.
and hit the blade on the top of the cage.
Oh wow, that's kind of gruesome.
That is.
She was
I'm
bent
surprised
over,
the iron cage.
Sickle's blade.
Oh, well, it did make that sound. Never mind. That might have been it rattling.
Then how did the sickle get under the floorboard?
Yeah.
Probably-
They'd have to remove the cover and the statue, right?
No, because like it's Kyo then.
Yeah, it is
He did put the
definitely
cloth
Kyo.
on, and that was his only chance to discard the thing.
It would explain
Yeah.
how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cave.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That's why he
Make
said
floorboard come loose.
rituals like this have to be done in the exact
Yeah,
same
makes
order.
sense.
Seesaw homicide.
Makes complete sense.
What the hell's a
She
seesaw
just said
homicide?
homicide.
That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Yeah. Poor Kyo, man. Why does every single chapter I've had a character I like die?
This plan.
Well, we don't know if he's the killer of Andrew yet, so.
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand. By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean? Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow. You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
You know what happened? I mean, yeah.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
Y'all know when you just hear something and you think you hear your name, but nobody's even
Tenko
calling you?
cherished and loved.
Yeah.
Tragically killed her.
It looks crazy.
We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
Himiko?
What's
What?
wrong, Himiko?
Oh my gosh. No. I still don't think he. I mean, I get it.
Imagine!
Because it's a
Now I can open my
seesaw.
lizard up.
Grab
Oh,
your
fuck.
popcorn, grab your stromboli.
Alright, we doing a quick break?
A quick break.
Alright.
Oh my gosh. Eyes burning. Go have some fries. Century.